The Beaumont Children Disappearance, opening hook, emotional and mysterious. In a quiet Australian suburb, 3 children walked to the beach and vanished without a trace. No suspects, no answers, no closure. More than half a century later, the disappearance of the Beaumont children remains one of the most heartbreaking mysteries in Australian history. This is their story. It was the 26th of January 1966, Australia Day. A scorching summer morning in Adelaide, South Australia. 9-year-old Jane, her younger sister Arnna, aged 7, and their 4-year-old brother Grant left their home in the suburb of Somerton Park to visit nearby Glenelg Beach. The trip was a familiar one. They had made it before, just a 5-minute bus ride. Their mother Nancy gave them a small amount of money for snacks. Their father Jim was at work. The children promised to return home by noon. They never did. When the clock passed midday, with no sign of the kids, panic set in. Nancy called the police. Soon a massive search operation began. Officers swept the beach, questioned shop owners and canvassed neighbourhoods. Eyewitnesses said the children were seen happily playing on the beach and later in the company of a tall blonde man in his 30s. He was reportedly well-groomed, wearing swimming trunks. He appeared friendly. One witness said Jane was reading a book while he watched over them. But by the end of that day, the man and the children were gone. One clue left investigators baffled. A shopkeeper remembered Jane buying meat pies and a soft drink using a £1 note. Her mother insisted she hadn't given them that much money. Where did the extra cash come from? Had the mysterious man given it to them? The disappearance of the Beaumont children shocked the country. Parents stopped letting their children walk alone. It marked the end of an age of innocence in Australia. Posters of the children's faces were plastered across newspapers, bus stops and milk cartons. Hundreds of calls flooded police lines, many false leads, some hopeful, all heartbreaking. Even psychic investigators were brought in. No credible lead ever panned out. Over the decades, several suspects have emerged, most notably Bevan Spencer von Einem, a convicted murderer with a pattern of targeting young males. Another was Harry Phipps, a wealthy Adelaide businessman. His own son claimed he saw the children at their home on that day. Years later, cadaver dogs detected scents of human remains on the Phipps former property, but no evidence was ever found. Could this have been the man at the beach, or was he just another false lead? Over the years, dozens of supposed sightings were reported, from Melbourne to New Zealand, even as far as Europe. One anonymous letter claimed the children were alive and living under different names. Another claimed they had been buried under a factory. Excavations followed, but again, nothing. Each hope brought new pain to Jim and Nancy Beaumont. They never stopped searching. They never gave up. As time passed, the case grew colder. New technology brought forensic breakthroughs, but without bodies, DNA, or a crime scene, nothing could be proven. In 2019, Jim Beaumont passed away, never knowing what happened to his children. Nancy lives in seclusion, declining interviews. The pain is still too raw. The story of the Beaumont children changed Australia forever. It was the case that taught a country about predators, about loss, and about the haunting silence of unanswered questions. More than 50 years have passed since Jane, Arnna, and Grant vanished. No bodies, no arrests, no justice. But someone knows what happened that day. Maybe they're still alive. Maybe someone watching this remembers something. If you have any information, contact Crime Stoppers Australia. Because even after all this time, truth matters. Let their story never be forgotten. Let their names live on. Jane, Arnna, Grant. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe for more true crime stories from Australia's past. And if you have a case you'd like us to cover, leave a comment below.